Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Adam Pearce, Chelsea Green's former WWE rival, has responded to her big win at Saturday night's main event. Green became the first ever women's U.S. champion at the show by defeating Mikan. Adam Pearce and Green have quite a bit of history together. There was a time not too long ago when Green had made Pearce's life a living hell and was hounding him on social media with every chance she got. He breathed a sigh of relief when she got drafted to the SmackDown brand during the 2024 WWE Draft. Tonight, Chelsea Green won the Women's United States title in what was the biggest moment of her WWE career to date. Shortly after, Raw GM Adam Pearce took to X/Twitter and responded to the big win. Green did an incredible job throughout the women's U.S. title tournament and was determined to become the champion. She seemed beyond excited over the idea of becoming the first ever women's U.S. champion. She put down Bayley on this week's edition of SmackDown to advance to the finals and defeated Mikan to create history tonight. It remains to be seen how WWE handles her women's U.S. title reign in the coming weeks. The atmosphere in the WWE Performance Center was electric, the crowd buzzing in anticipation as history was made. Chelsea Green had just secured her place in WWE history by defeating a fierce competition of women to become the first ever WWE Women's United States champion. The victory wasn't just a personal triumph, but a landmark moment for the company itself, heralding the beginning of a new chapter in women's wrestling. The belt, adorned in its signature red, white, and blue design, shimmered under the arena lights as Green held it aloft, basking in the moment. Backstage, WWE official Adam Pearce had been watching the match from his office, his hands folded behind his back, his expression unreadable. Pearce had seen countless championships won, but this one was different. It marked a pivotal moment in WWE's ever-evolving landscape, a moment that would resonate for years to come. As a WWE authority figure, Pearce knew that moments like these were the seeds of future legends. He could feel the weight of history pressing on him, and a part of him was proud to witness the moment unfold. Minutes later, Chelsea Green was backstage, a mix of triumph and exhaustion etched on her face. She was surrounded by her personal team, but there was no mistaking the glee in her eyes. For years, Chelsea had been a force in WWE, and this victory solidified her as one of the most dominant women in sports entertainment today. But it was clear to everyone that her path to the top hadn't been easy, and this win was years in the making. Before she could even process what had just happened, her phone buzzed in her hand. It was a text message from Adam Pearce. "Congratulations, Chelsea. You've made history. But remember, the hard part is just beginning. The spotlight is on you now. The pressure to defend this championship, to lead the division, and to maintain your place at the top is greater than ever. Enjoy the win, but get ready for the real challenge." A grin spread across Chelsea's face as she read the message. Pearce had always been a straight shooter, honest, to the point, and with a challenge for everyone who reached the pinnacle. Chelsea had always respected Pearce's no-nonsense approach to leadership, and his message hit the mark. "Wow, Pearce doesn't mince words, huh?" Chelsea chuckled to her team. Her trainer, a former champion himself, shook his head. "That's Pearce for you." "But he's right, Chelsea. You're in the spotlight now, and every eye is on you. But this is what you've been working for." As Chelsea reflected on the message, the weight of her new role as the first ever WWE Women's U.S. champion began to sink in. It wasn't just about wearing the title. It was about what she would do with it. She wasn't just representing herself anymore. She was carrying the legacy of this new division on her shoulders. Later that night, Pearce himself addressed the WWE Universe during a live segment. The camera focused on him as he stood at the head of the ring, his trademark suit crisp and professional. He didn't waste any time with pleasantries. Pearce had a job to do. "Ladies and gentlemen," he began, his voice commanding and authoritative, "tonight we witnessed something incredible. A moment that will be etched in the history of WWE forever. Chelsea Green has made history as the first ever WWE Women's United States champion. But make no mistake, her journey is just beginning. Being a champion in WWE isn't about winning the title. It's about what comes next. The arena fell silent as Pearce paused, letting his words sink in. When you win a title, you're not just a champion. You're now a target. Every competitor in that locker room, whether they've been here for years or are newcomers, will be gunning for you. They'll be watching, waiting for a chink in your armor, looking for an opportunity to seize that title from you. Chelsea Green is no exception. A wave of murmurs passed through the crowd as Pearce continued. But here's the thing, Chelsea, he said, glancing at the camera, as if speaking directly to her. You've earned this moment. You've fought hard to get here. But you're not just representing yourself anymore. You represent this championship. You represent the women's division. And you represent the spirit of competition. And that's something you cannot take lightly. Pearce paused again, his eyes scanning the crowd. His tone shifted slightly, becoming more reflective. I've been part of this business for a long time. I've seen what it takes to be a champion. And I can tell you this much. Holding onto that championship is harder than winning it. So, Chelsea, don't rest on your laurels. The true test begins tomorrow. The challenges, the pressure, the expectations, they all start now. If you want to keep that championship, you've got to be prepared to fight for it every single day. The camera panned to the WWE Women's U.S. Championship as Pearce finished his speech, a symbol of everything that lay ahead for Chelsea Green. The title wasn't just an accessory. It was the key to her future in WWE, and Pearce's words lingered in the air, hanging over her like a challenge. As the show wrapped up, Chelsea stood in the locker room, staring at herself in the mirror. Her fingers traced the cold metal of the championship belt resting on her shoulder. She had dreamed of this moment, but now that it was here, she realized just how much responsibility it entailed. Adam Pearce was right. This wasn't the end. It was just the beginning. Suddenly, her phone buzzed again. This time, it was a voicemail from Pearce. She played it. You did it, Chelsea. But remember what I said. The real work begins now. I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do with that title. Don't let it define you. You define it. And if you need anything, you know where to find me. Chelsea smiled, the weight of the message sinking in. She wasn't alone on this journey. Pearce, along with the entire WWE Universe, would be watching her every move. But it wasn't just about pressure or expectations. It was about proving herself as one of the greatest to ever hold that championship. She had worked hard for this moment, but now it was time to make history. And she was ready.